Welcome back to my channel. So it's a very hot July 5th and we're here for a quick trip to harvest a few stems for the water rooted stems. So we are gonna find a few, cut them down, chop them up, and then stick them in water and start the rooting process. So let's get to it. So as you can see, the field has once again got a lot of other grass and stuff in it, unfortunately, but I think that's just the nature of the game until it gets thick enough to stop, like to have a load of leaves and stuff on the ground, like to mulch itself almost. So I think that normally happens after about year 3. So until then, so as I said earlier, we're out here looking for stems for the water rooted stem cuttings. So what I'm going to do is hopefully get about 40 of them total. And what I'm looking for is I want as tall as I can get, obviously. I think the bigger they are, the more likely they are to propagate. And also I only want to cut perhaps like 50% of the stems of a given bunch so that I don't totally deprive it of nutrients and kill it, because that would not be a good thing. So I'm going to find a few stems, and what I want to do, these have nodes on them, so I want to cut it down, so like this. Oh, actually right there is the node that I want to get, which is right at the ground, but that little nub on the end there I think is already starting to propagate. So I'm gonna try to cut below that, and hopefully that'll make it easy to propagate. Okay, so yeah, this is what we're looking for. So this is the first node, and that's already a little offshoot coming out. So that's basically propagating itself. So if we can get 39 more of those, we'll be in business. One. That's kind of a small one, but we'll try to make it work. Oh, that's a pricker. 4. What do I want to take? Get as low as we can. I'll make 6. Seven. Some tall ones over there. After I'm done here, I'm going to do a thorough tick check, because ticks are pretty nasty. Okay, I'll take you. You two. This is a big one. This is almost as tall as I am, actually. That's nice. I don't want to cut down all the winners, but the bigger they are, the more likely they are to succeed. So, some good looking stems. Check, okay. Okay. I think that might be a tick, maybe? I might actually not go back in the field because I think that could be a tick, that could be a tick. There's one on this plant. So I think that we're not gonna do that anymore because ticks are no joke. Collected. Okay, so we have our 30 stems here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna peel the leaves off of them because you don't actually need or want leaves on there when you are rooting them, because it'll take part of the energy of the plant actually. So okay, so there are nodes basically, so where the leaves and stuff sprout from. So this is the first node, this is the second node, this is the second node, third node, right here. So 1, 2, 3. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut it above the third node after I took the leaves off of it. And that is what is gonna get propagated. So that's 1 of the 30. I'll just do that to the rest of them. 1, 2, 3. Put that back in there for fertilizer. And those are what we're gonna get. Hopefully, so the whole point of this is that, as you saw in the earlier video, propagating from stems, or from rhizomes, sorry, how they are traditionally propagated, is very time consuming and expensive. So I've been talking about a 5-acre plot that I would like to purchase next year, but you need about 5,000 rhizomes per acre, one every square yard, in order to get a nice stand of Miscanthus. But if you have 5,000 per acre, and I have 5 acres, that's 25,000 rhizomes, and they're like 60 cents a piece. So we're talking about like more than $10,000 of rhizomes, which is a little bit outside of my budget, unfortunately. So we are going to try stem propagation instead. Also, it would make it a lot easier, a lot faster, which is good because, as I've talked about before, you know, the 5 acres, 10 acres is not the ultimate goal, obviously. The ultimate goal is to have a positive impact on climate change, which requires a lot of land to do so. This is a lot easier than digging up a bunch, cutting it up, washing it off, and then replanting it. That's the whole point. So interestingly, if you are curious, you can see this white stripe here on the leaves. So after doing some reading, that's actually from the, this is called the Illinois clone of Miscanthus, and it's like the most common of all of the hybrids out there, I guess you would say. Other ones that exist don't have that white stripe. Just something interesting if you're ever looking at a stand of Miscanthus and you're like, is that the Illinois clone or not? If you're nerdy like me, at least, you can just look at the leaves and see if they're white or not. And the last one. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we have our 30 stems that we cut down to 3 nodes each. And what we are going to do is we are going to put these in the bucket so that the first node, or the node closest to the ground, is on the bottom, and the third node is on top. And what we are going to do is just cover it in distilled water up to the level, at least covering that first node. Okay, so we have our 30 stems in our bucket, and all we are going to do is cover up at least that first node with distilled water, because it is free from organisms and bacteria, all that fun stuff. It'll make it easier on the plant anyway if it is sterile. So there we go. So all of our first nodes are under the water, and what we're going to do now is just let them sit, let the roots hopefully develop. I have seen where leaves start to come out of the nodes above the water, hopefully, so we will check back on this in a few days and see what happens. And we're back. So in this short video, you saw me go into the field, saw like there's 1,000 ticks in there, which is pretty scary, but also we gathered 30 stems, cut them down to 3 nodes, and then soaked them all in distilled water to start the rooting of each of those stems. So next time I'm going to plant them, hopefully, if they root, and then also cut down some of the other stems and just plant those straight away unrooted. So that'll be the normal stems as well as the water rooted stem cuttings. So the 2 other options for propagation. So until next time, thank you for watching.